Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the topic energy levels. So previously we are getting the term of energy, total energy, that energy E is equal to here minus m e power 4 8 epsilon naught square h square and n square. It is the energy function we are getting. It is the total energy. So in that, mass of the electron, charge of the electron, 8 and epsilon naught and Planck's constant, all these are constants. Then you have to substitute all these values. We are getting the term that is minus 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 upon n square in terms of joules we are getting. This energy you have to convert it from joules to electrovolts. Then energy En is equal to, so 1 electrovolt is equal to here 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. So then joule is equal to here 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 electrovolt, that is equal to 1 joule. Then you have to substitute here 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 upon n square into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. It is in terms of electrovolts. So joule is replaced by 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 electrovolts. Then here 1.6 will be 1.36 times cancelled. Then 1.36 upon n square into 10 to the power of 1 electrovolt, that is simply 13.6 by n square electrovolts is the En. It is the nth state energy value of a hydrogen atom. Bohr's theory only explained for hydrogen atom only. So for this case, so how to distribute their energy levels we will discuss now. So the energy levels of the hydrogen atoms, so like this, how to get it these values now we will discuss. So energy En is equal to, if suppose it is the ground state, so that energy E1 is equal to here. So E1 means here 13.6 upon n square, minus here it is minus completely, this term will be minus 13.6 by n square electrovolts. So E1 means n is equal to, you have to substitute 1. So then what is the E1 is equal to here minus 13.6 electrovolts. It is the ground state energy. Then n is equal to 2 means, so divided by 4. So divided by 4, what is the value we are getting? The energy level value, that is equal to minus 3.4 around. So 4 3s are 12 and next 4 4s are 16. That means minus 3.4. The energy level of E2 means here minus 13.6 upon 4, that is equal to here that energy. Here this energy E1 is equal to 13.6 and here E2 is equal to minus 3.4 electrovolts. And next one E3, that is you have to divide it with 9 means around 1.51 electrovolts we are getting. It is E3 is equal to 1.51 electrovolt, that is n is equal to 3 means 13.6 divided by 9. So it is the third energy level. And the next energy level is equal to E4, that is equal to here minus 0.85 electrovolts. So it is the E4 energy level, fourth energy. So like that you have to going on up to where it is the energy level like this. Why? Because the energy difference between furtherly very The small difference you have to observe. From here to here, the energy difference will be around the value difference will be around 10.2 electrovolts. Around 10.2 electrovolts. So from here to here, it is around 1.4 electrovolts. Sorry, around 2.9 electrovolts. Around 2.9 electrovolts. Here 10. So automatically the gap between these energy levels will be gradually decreases. So finally they will close to each other. At the time the E infinity. So this energy level E infinity is equal to here. Anything value by infinity means that is nothing but here 0 electrovolts. E infinity is nothing but here 0 electrovolts. 0 electrovolts. So this energy state is called as here ionized state. What is that? Ionization state. Okay, and these are all called as the excited states. These are all called as the excited states. So here En is equal, it is a function, you have to substitute m e epsilon naught h Planck's constant, all these values you have to substitute here. Then we are getting the value in terms of joules. Then you have to convert it from joules to electrovolts, means 1 electrovolt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. Then 1 joule is equal to, it value will be divided. So then that value you have to substitute here. We are getting the energy value minus 1.36 by n square into 10 power 1 electrovolt, that is nothing but minus 13.6 by n square electrovolts. It is the nth state energy level. So then what is the first ground state energy level means you have to substitute the value of E1. Then what is the ground state energy level? Minus 13.6 electrovolts. And here first excited state, it is the second excited state, it is the third excited state. So these are all the excited state. Up to E infinity means it is the ionized state, and at that time the atom will be unbounded. At the time the atom is unbounded. Sorry, at the time the electron is not unbounded. Suppose the electron jumps from ground state to excited state, first excited state, ground state to excited state. At that time how much energy is required? So at the time what is the energy gap between these two? E2 minus E1. So minus 3.4 minus into minus plus 13.6. So what is the value we are getting? That value around 10.2 electrovolts. It is the 10.2 is the first excited state energy. It is the first excited state energy. If suppose the electron jumps from ground state to here this state, then how much energy is required? Around it is 12.09 electrovolts. 12.09 electrovolts. Like that it is gradually increases. When the electron jumps from the ground state to its ionization state, that is nothing but the ionization energy. What is the ionization energy? Here the energy is equal to 0. So then 0 minus of minus 13.6, that is nothing but 13.6 electrovolts. Here what is the ionization energy of the hydrogen atom? What is the ionization energy of the hydrogen atom? Here the electron jumps from the ground state to ionization state. At that time how much energy is required means 13.6 electrovolts. 13.6 electrovolts. So ionization energy is the energy required for the electron jumps from ground state to ionization state. At that time the ionization energy hydrogen atom is equal to 13.6 electrovolts. Why? Because E infinity minus E1. E infinity means 0 minus 13.6, that is equal to 13.6 electrovolts of energy. 13.6 electrovolts of energy. It is the ionization energy. And what is the excited state energy? It is, what is the first excited state energy of a hydrogen atom? That is nothing but E2 minus E1. E2 minus E1. What is the E2 value? Minus 3.4 minus of minus 13.6 electrovolts. Minus 3.4 minus into minus plus 13.6 electrovolts. So then what is the value you are getting? So 13.6 minus 3.4. 6 minus 4, 2, 3 minus 3, 0. 10.2 electrovolts. So what is the excited state energy of the hydrogen atom? It is the 10.2. What is the ionization energy of the hydrogen atom? 13.6 electrovolts. So which energy is greater? Ionization energy or excited state energy? So ionization energy is greater. So here the electron is ionization energy, means you have to remove the electron from their orbit. So that is called as its ionization energy. So excited state means here it jumps from first excited state and next excited state. So what is it? It is the first excited. Minimum excited state energy is equal to here 10.2. Okay, 10.2 electrovolts. So it is the energy levels of the hydrogen atom. It is the energy levels of the hydrogen atom. And next we will go for the line spectrum of the hydrogen atom. Line spectrum of the hydrogen atom. So what is the energy value? En is equal to minus m e power 4 upon 8 epsilon naught square h square and n square. You have to remember this equation by doing practice only. So it is the En. And what is the third postulate, Bohr's third postulate? It is a E2, that means ENI minus ENF is equal to h nu. The energy difference is nothing but emitted energy of the photon. Emitted energy of the photon. So then ENI minus ENF. So ENI you have to substitute in that, minus m e power 4 upon 8 epsilon naught square h square ni square, and minus into minus plus m e power 4 upon 8 epsilon naught square h square nf square. That energy is equal to here h nu. So then h nu is equal to here. So what is the common term in that? m e power 4 upon 8 epsilon naught square h square. So you have to take the common, 1 by nf square minus 1 by ni square. In that h nu is equal to here c by lambda. So then h c by lambda, that is equal to as it is same value. Then 1 by lambda is equal to here, 1 by lambda is equal to, h is multiplying, take this side, it will be divided, m e power 4 upon 8 epsilon naught square h square into h cube again into c, 1 by nf square minus 1 by ni square. In that, mass of the electron, charge of the electron, epsilon naught and h and c, all these are constant. This total constant term can be written as in the form of, that constant is nothing but here a Rydberg constant. Rydberg constant. This is the Rydberg constant. This value is equal to here, R is equal to 1.097 into 10 to the power of 7 meter inverse. It is the R value. But here you have to, useful formula one is 1 by R is equal to how much? It is nothing but 912 angstroms. What is that? 1 by r is equal to, you have to remember this value. So it will be easy for calculation of the further part. 1 by r is equal to 912 angstroms. So by using this, we can study the spectrum, line spectrum of the hydrogen atom. We can study the line spectrum of the hydrogen atom. So this value is here called as 1 by lambda is equal to r into 1 by nf square minus 1 by ni square. 1 by lambda is equal to r into 1 by nf square minus 1 by ni square. By using this, we can form the line spectrum of the hydrogen atom. Line spectrum of the hydrogen atom. Okay, all of you observe this diagram. So from that, in the above equation, here Ni is equal to 2, 3, 4 and so on infinity, and Nf is equal to 1. Nf is equal to 1. Then that series is called as here Lyman series. This series is called as the Lyman series. So here the electron makes a transaction from where to where. Initially it is from 2 to 1 or 3 to 1 or 4 to 1 or 5 to 1. So here that this type of transaction is this type of spectrum is called as the Lyman spectrum, and this series is called as here Lyman series. So at that time, what is the wavelength of this Lyman series? So 1 by lambda, here lambda n, it is also lambda n is equal to here r into 1 by, so nf. So that final energy state is equal to here 1 by 1 minus, and here the initial energy level is equal to 1 by 2. 2 square is nothing but here 4. 2 square is nothing but here 4. So at the term, so it is the lambda it is nothing but lambda 1. It is the first wavelength in Lyman series, lambda 1. So at that time, what is the value you are getting? LCM is equal to here 4, and 4 minus 4 minus 1 and into r will be there, that is equal to here 3 by 4 into r. So 1 by lambda 1 is equal to, then lambda 1 is equal to 4 by 3 r. Sorry, 4 by 3 upon 1 by r. So 4 by 3 upon 1 by r is equal to here 912 angstroms. So 3 3s are 9, 0, 3 4s are 12. That means 4 4s are 16, 0, 1, 4 3s are 12. 1216 angstroms. So then here this transaction energy level is equal to lambda 1, that is equal to here 1216 angstroms. So it is the Lyman series. It is the Lyman series where to where at the time the first wavelength of this Lyman series is equal to 1216 angstroms. Then lambda 2 up to lambda infinity, suppose lambda infinity is equal to here 1 by lambda infinity is equal to r into 1 by final is equal to here 1 minus 1 by infinity square is nothing but infinity. 1 by infinity is nothing but here 0. So then 1 by lambda infinity is equal to r into 1, that is equal to 1 by lambda infinity is equal to here 1 by r, that is equal to 912 angstroms. 912 angstroms. So it is the lambda infinity. Lambda 1 to lambda infinity, the values will be gradually from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. So the wavelength will be vary from 1216 angstrom to 912 angstrom. So it will be existing in within the range of spectrum of UV region. In UV region. So once again I will explain the Lyman series. So where to where, and the NF is equal to 1 and Ni is equal to here 2, 3, 4 and so on infinity. So 1 by lambda 1 is equal to R into 1 by NF square minus 1 by Ni square. So 1 by lambda 1, for that lambda 1 is equal to R into NF. First 1 by 1 minus, always NF is equal to 1 by 4, that is nothing but here 3 by 4 R. Then lambda 1 is equal to 4 by 3 R, that is equal, what is the value? We are getting the value 1216 angstrom. It is the lambda 1. And what is the lambda infinity is equal to? That value we are getting the 1 by R, that is equal to 912 angstroms. It is the Lyman series. This series you have to observe in the spectrum, that is a UV region. And the next series is called as here a Balmer series. What is that? Balmer series. So here that NF is equal to 2 and Ni is equal to 3, 4, 5 and so on infinity. That series is called as the Balmer series. That series is called as the Balmer series. Here you have to observe this the graph. So in that makes a transaction from 3 to 2 or 4 to 2 or 5 to 2 or 6 to 2. Like that we are making a transaction. Then this series is called as here a Balmer series. And if suppose makes a transaction from 4 to 3 or 5 to 3 or 6 to 3 or 7 to 3, this series is called as here a Paschen series. Next series is called as here from where to where, they make a transaction from 5 to 4 and 6 to 4 and 7 to 4. This series is called as here a bracket series. And next series is called as here P fund series. So like that we are getting the transaction. So but here this in that all these series, that Balmer series is existing in visible region. In visible region, and remaining all these are existing in infrared region, and this region is existing in UV region. Balmer series is existing in visible region, Paschen, bracket, P fund, all these remaining 3 regions existing in infrared region. So for Balmer series we are having the H alpha, H beta, H gamma. So from 3 to 2 is called as the H alpha line, and 4 to 2 is called as the H beta, H gamma and so on. We are getting the spectrum that is called as a Balmer series spectrum. This series spectrum existing in visible region. So now we will explain the Balmer series. So from where to where the transactions coming from 3 to 2 or 4 to 2 or 5 to 2. So all are make a transaction from excited state to the second state. That series is called as the Balmer series. From all are the transactions makes from excited state to the first ground state. That series is called as the Lyman series. So this Lyman series existing in UV region and Balmer series existing in visible region. So in that 1 by first wavelength 1 by lambda 1 is equal to R into 1 by NF square is nothing but here 4. 1 by 4 minus 1 by Ni square is nothing but here 9. 1 by Ni square is nothing but here 9. So then R into what is the LCM of 4 and 9? 4 9s are 36. 9 minus 4. Then 1 by lambda 1 is equal to 5 by 36 or 5 by 36. Then lambda 1 is equal to 36 by 5 into 1 by R. 1 by R is equal to here 912 angstroms. By doing calculation we are getting the value 65 663 angstroms or 656.3 nanometer. Okay, 6563 angstrom or 656.3 nanometers. It is the lambda 1. And similarly lambda 2. This lambda 1 is called as here H alpha. This will be existing in visible region. What is the visible region? 400 to 700 nanometers. So 400 to 700 nanometers. That's why the spectrum existing in visible region. What is the lambda 2? That means H beta. It is nothing but lambda 2. So 1 by lambda 2 is equal to R into 1 by 4 minus 1 by 3. Next 4 4s are 16. So by calculating of this equation we are getting the lambda 2 value is equal to 4861 angstroms or 486.1 nanometer. It is the H beta. And H gamma is equal to 4341 angstrom. That is nothing but 4341 nanometer, and it is H gamma. And finally H infinity, that is equal to here 3646 angstrom, that is equal to 364.6 nanometer. So this is the Balmer series. This is the Balmer series. So next series is called as the next series is called as here Paschen series. So at that time where the final energy state is equal to here 3 and Ni is equal to here 4, 5, 6 and so on. So that type of series is called as a Paschen series. Here the final state is equal to here third state. The excited states are 4, 5, 6. Then we are getting the series that is called as the Paschen series. Here the electron makes a transaction from the excited states of 4, 5, 6 and so on to the state of third. Then that series is called as here Paschen series. So then what is the formula? 1 by lambda is equal to R into 1 by Nf square minus 1 by Ni square. So then 1 by lambda is equal to R into, so 1f means 9 minus 1 by Ni means 4 4s are 16. 4 4s are 16. Then what is the LCM? 1 by lambda is equal to R into LCM between 9 and 16, around it is 144. So then 16 minus 9, that is equal to, what is the value we are getting? 7 by 144 R. 7 by 144 R. It is the 1 by lambda. Then lambda is equal to lambda 1. First line, lambda 1 is equal to 144 upon 7 into 1 by R. 1 by R is nothing but 912 angstrom. Then what is the value we are getting? 18751 angstrom. It is the lambda 1. And what is the lambda infinity? Lambda infinity similarly have to do. So 1 by lambda infinity is equal to R into 1 by Nf square is nothing but here 9, and the remaining this term goes to 0. Why? Because 1 by infinity. So then lambda infinity is equal to 9 into 9 divided by R. So that is equal to 9 into 912 angstroms. Then what is the value we are getting? 8107 angstrom. 8101 angstrom. It is the Lyman's Paschen series. And next one is the bracket series. So Nf is equal to 4 and Ni is equal to here 5, 6, 7 and so on up to infinity. this series is called as the bracket series. So then 1 by lambda 1 is equal to r into 1 by 16 minus 1 by 25. So 4 and here 5 is a 25. So what is the LCM here? It is a 400 is the LCM, and 25 minus 16 into r, it is a 1 by lambda 1. So then lambda 1 is equal to 400 upon r into 25 minus 16 is nothing but here 9. So sorry, 9. So 1 by r is equal to 912. So 400 by 9 into 912, what is the value we are getting? 40,477 angstroms. So it is the lambda 1. And similarly, lambda infinity means, lambda infinity is nothing but here 16 by into 1 by r, that is equal to 16 into 912, that is equal to 14,572 angstroms it is. So it is the lambda infinity. And next to go for the series of P fund. In P fund series, it makes a transaction from, so the final energy state is equal to 5 and initial states is equal to 6, 7 and so on. So 1 by lambda 1 is equal to r into 1 by nf square minus 1 by ni square. So then 1 by lambda 1 is equal to r into 1 by 25 minus 1 by 6 is the 36. 1 by lambda 1 is equal to, what is the LCM of the 25 and the 36 is equal to 900. So then 36 minus 25. So then what is the value we are getting? 11 by 900 into r. So then lambda 1 is equal to 900 upon 11 into r. So 900 by 11 into 912. So then lambda 1 is equal to, we are getting 74,515 angstroms. It is the lambda 1. And what is the lambda infinity is equal to? It is a 25 by r, that is nothing but 25 into 912 angstroms, that is equal to 22,768 angstroms. So you have to remember all these. So here the Lyman series, next Balmer series, and next one is the Paschen series, and next one is the bracket series, and next one is the P fund series. For all these series existing between, so nf is equal to here, first nf is equal to here 2, and nf is equal to here 3, nf is equal to here 4, nf is equal to here 5, and ni is equal to 2 comma 3 and so on infinity, ni is equal to here 3 comma 4 comma and so on infinity, ni is equal to here 4 comma 5 and so on infinity, ni is equal to here 5 comma and so on infinity, ni is equal to here 6 comma and so on infinity. At that time lambda 1 and lambda infinity, lambda 1 and lambda infinity. So lambda 1 is equal to here 1216 angstroms. Here lambda 1 is equal to 6563 angstroms. Here 18,751 angstroms. Here 40,477 angstroms. Here 74,515 angstroms. And here this lambda infinity is equal to 912 angstroms and 3646 angstroms, and it is 8107 angstroms, and this one is 14,572 angstroms, and this one is equal to 22,768 angstroms. So and this series, Lyman series, existing in UV region, and this one existing in visible region, and these three are existing in infrared region. Okay, this is the but Balmer series is existing from where to where? It is existing in visible region. it is existing, this series existing in visible region. This is the line spectrum of the hydrogen atom and the Balmer series. So this Balmer series, so it is the H alpha line to it is the H infinity line. So okay students, bye.